Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumar. Today we are going to discuss about Maven build tool. So, in order to start with to Maven build tool, uh, see in earlier days we used to have different build tools and sometimes we used to manually build ourselves, which is very tedious job. And there is a build tool called Ant. It solves the problems to certain extent, but not a kind of end-to-end project management is not there. But Maven solves most of the problems of the build, compile, package, everything. It is a complete set of package where it actually completely have a like project management activities, build, reporting, compile, packaging, everything it does. So it is a great tool. Let's discuss about Maven. Very important features. If you talk about Maven, there are so many features available, but I'm just covering what are all important for us in order to build our uh, specific functionalities around Spring Web Services, Spring ADBC, Spring MVC, and those things for kind of our demonstration purpose of our project. So basically, I will cover the jar files, how it can be downloaded using the Maven, and some little bit of other commands related to the Maven. And the important aspect of Maven is POM. That is a project object model, which is a POM file, which actually a kind of configuration XML file where we will define all the necessary some tags like group ID, artifact ID, dependency management, all those stuff we will see. So let's dive into the actual implementations, and some of the features of Maven is it's a very easy to build process. Just you define and ask for Maven. uh, Suppose previously the one of the core problem I am trying to explain you is, suppose if you want to build a JSP servlet project where you need to go manually identify into internet and download the necessary jar files, which is a tedious process, like some runtime jars, servlet jar, and some kind of JDBC jar. All those stuff you yourself manually has to go there and download, place it in some place, maintain it. Suppose the difficult part is when the particular versioning changes. Suppose a servlet 1.1 to 1.1 version to changes happens to the 1.2. If you want to upgrade it, you need to again go there and specifically identify where that 1.2 jar, whether it is compatible to the certain SQL jars, JDBC jars, and all those stuff. It's a very painful job. Some other different team has to do all those things separately. So Maven solves all the problems. You give a dependency javax.servlet, and what is the version you need. It will download all the necessary servlet related jar files, and also some are dependent jars. Automatically it will identify some runtime jars. It will put it in your class path of your uh, build of the project. So how does it can do? So, and some of the features, if you see, is a very easy to build process, uniform build system, quality, project information, all those stuff. So uh, easy to maintain, reusability is there. So these are some of the features. So we will go in deep, like what is the each and every feature. So let's talk about the architecture. It's a very simple architecture. uh, if you go to Maven repository, if you go to Google and search for Maven repository, it will redirect to a Maven site where it will show Spring. If you type it in a Spring related jar files and respective versions, respective dependencies. So if you go to servlet dependencies and the versionings of those particular dependency tags. So all these things, all you need to do is you just need to put a dependency in the pom.xml. So it has a centralized repository where it will maintain all the jar files of different frameworks and technology related things, and also it will keep maintaining the versions. It's a universally accepted technology standard. So every company, every project, every group will uh, has to follow some these guidelines, like Maven guideline. It will see the pom.xml. It will take the input from the pom.xmls and certain goals and the dependency management. It will search for it will for if it is a first time it is downloading a jar, it will go to the remote repository and will take the jar files and put it in your local repository. It's a kind of caching. Okay, and next time if the same kind of versioning it has to download to some other project, and it will first search for the local repository. If it is not available on that particular version, then only it will go to the remote repository. Otherwise it will download from the local repository. This is a very simple concept, kind of caching. Okay, so and in the local repository what happens is it will keep maintaining the versions, and also every time going to remote repository it is a time consuming process. Okay, so that's why it will always go for a local repository and it will keep maintaining the local repository. So that's how this build system works. It's a very simple build system. And the important terminology that you need to remember in the Maven is we have a Maven archetype. We have only three elements. Okay, major elements, maybe at least for perspective of Spring based, Java, Eclipse based applications. You need to remember group ID, artifact ID. Okay, group ID is the one. It's a simple package name. Okay, you know, right? Com dot some Java Tech. This is my company name, so I'm just mentioning com dot Java Tech. Artifact ID, that is your project name, whether it is Spring project or Spring MVC project or Spring JDBC project or a Maven project, whatever it is, that is an artifact ID. And you will just Maven archetype, it will give you a standard template. Archetype artifact ID is nothing but it is a standard template. Which project you want to build, whether you want to build a web application, whether you want to build a kind of standalone application, or whether you want to build a REST API application, that template itself it will give you. Okay, and yeah, this is the sample pom.xml. It's a whenever you create a Maven project instead of like dynamic web project or Java project, you have to create a Maven project, which is a industry standard. Okay, from now onwards you need to create a Maven project, not like a simple Java project. If you can create a Java project, dynamic web project, all those things, but you need to manually download uh, jar files, configuration, all those stuff you need to do. Maven will provide you everything, and that also a industry standard. So everybody will follow. So there is a model version. It's a kind of Maven model version. As we discussed, group ID, it's a package name. Artifact ID, that is your project name. How you want to build, whether a jar file or war file, web application, war file. Packaging, it's a simple standalone application, jar file. What is the version? Okay, version of the jar to build. And there is a dependency section. This is only we will focus. Rest all so many project management activities by Maven, we won't focus much. We will discuss later. But now the focus is dependency management. So in dependency, hey Maven, you just ask for like I need a Spring. Okay, you go to Maven, search for Spring. It will give you a dependency. It will give you a group ID like org.springframework dot some MVC whatever, and artifact ID. What is the project? That is a Spring MVC version. And what is the scope? Scope, there are different kind of scopes that we will discuss So this is a simple dependency. If you make it, it would give you all the necessary jar files which are required to build a Spring project. That's it. And also there is an important aspect here. I think we have discussed this model version group ID, whatever we discussed. There is a, yeah, this is the important. It would give you, enforce you a certain Java project structure. This is very important. I think if you tend to create any project on yourself, you don't know in a Java project how to create, whether WebINF, which folder it has to be there. Inside WebINF, lib should be there. Okay, maybe resources folder, how it has to be placed, whether it has to be placed parallel to WebINF or it may separate folder, or what is should be the package structure. All those things, whenever a project structure changes, it is very difficult to reorganize the things. I think if you follow, if you have created any web project manually, especially manually, if you could have created, I think you would have understood what I'm saying. So Maven solves all those problems. Maven has a specific structure called project name src main java. Src main java is your main source folder, like source files. All the source files, Java files will exist. Src main Java resources. That is the where all your XML files will reside. And web application, there is some certain standards where WebINF has to be placed. So this is also a universal standard. Every company will follow for building a Maven project. This is a very great advantage. You can easily migrate from one project to another project, one company project. If you want to migrate to some other company or some other different structure, has to change it. Even struts based application, you know, you want to upgrade to Spring based application, it is very easy because both have the same standard. So that's how it makes very clear and very easily maintainable Java based projects. So this is the version we talked about. So whenever a build happens, it will first see the local repository. If it doesn't exist, then only it will go for remote repository to download the necessary artifacts. So I covered most of the points here to make you understand the project management. Let's dive into our practical example. I will explain you what I have told, like what is the different, how it will able to pull the all the kind of jar files necessary in project management in the Maven. Yeah, let's meet into our next video where we will show the I will show the all the practical example of a Maven. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like my video, please click on the like button and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thanks a lot.